Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura if you're new here, and today is such an exciting video because I will work on my reading journal. I haven't done it since end of January, so it's gonna be fun filling in all the books that I have read since then. And I just have to say thank you so much to those who watched my setup video for this journal, because I did not expect the video to reach so many people. Insane. I just want to say thank you, really, from the bottom of my heart, if you engaged in any shape or form, because it was insane seeing all those sweet comments and the views going up like that. Like, I didn't expect that at all, and I'm just excited to getting to journal because I love journaling so much. And I hope that this video is going to be a bit better quality. I have a bit of a better setup. And yeah, I also have not posted for 2 weeks because I've just been, first of all, writing my exams, and second of all, recovering from those exams. 2 weeks is what it took, and now I'm back and I'm excited for everything that's to come because now I am free of uni until April, and so I can just express myself as much as I want, and I'm very excited. But anyways, without further ado, if you're journaling with me, also grab your journal and let's go. Okay, so it's a little bit messy over here, don't mind that. I just wanted to get everything set up before I start journaling. But here she is. She's so cute, and she still has not lost the stars that I put, which I'm so happy about. But anyways, let's move on. I do want to have a disclaimer for my journal spreads for January. I don't know what was going on. It was not a good journaling day for me when I did my January spreads, and it was a mess. Here she is. As you can see, I already like pasted over. I glued a different page on top of my previous January spread because I just hated it, and I don't like this one either. It's too much, like I don't like it, so I'm excited to move on. But yeah, let's start before my previous ones. Here you can see my book bingo, and I do have something to color in, which I'm so excited about, and it is the 5-star window. So let me just get a appropriate color for this. Color this in. And I am kind of surprised that this spread is already, this window is being filled out so early on into the year. Because, I don't know, I kind of did not expect that. But I am very happy that I got my first 5-star already in January. And it was like the most unexpected one as well. I just picked up the book because it sounded like something I would like. I was like unsure about it as well, so I kind of randomly picked it up, but I am so glad that I did because now it's one of my all-time favorite books. I already gave it to a friend of mine to read it. I was like, yes, you would absolutely love it. I just know it because it's hard not to enjoy this book. And this mysterious book I'm talking about is actually just the 7-Year Slip, which, I mean, everybody has been talking about. If you're on like BookTok, BookTube. Yes, thank you, BookTube. Doesn't come as that big of a surprise. Okay, and she's covered in, she looks so cute. Okay, I did read 6 books, so let me fill out that one as well. There we go. Okay, moving on. Here I have my, oh my god, I didn't print my DNFs. But I do have one DNF. And I did realize, like, filling this little window out, that I might not have enough space to ramble about the book, like what I didn't like about the book. So I might do like a window, the cover, and then you open it up, and then it's like blank, and then I can write on both sides of the blank page, if that makes sense. I hope it does. But what I can do is fill out this spread over here. I just had to calculate how many pages I read because I actually didn't do that before. I promise I came prepared. It's just these small things. In January, I ended up reading 976 pages, which equals to 5 books, 1 5-star, 0 audiobooks, 3 physical books, and 6 new ones. So I think this is kind of nice to see that I read 5 books and bought 6 new books, and I don't feel so bad about it. I do want to say that I usually don't read that many books, but I've said it before that this year just feels like a book year to me, and so I hope that I will keep up this such big numbers. So moving on. Oh, I love this one. This is the Read the Rainbow one, and I have prepared 2 books that I can add to this. I love that they're so like colorful. I've been reading colorful books, which is amazing because that helps my Read the Rainbow challenge. And I have the 7-year slip here and Diary for Aunties. So let me just glue them in here, and they fit so perfectly into the colors. So this one. Isn't that perfect? I love. And then if we move on, I do have to fill out this one. Just gonna glue the books that I also read in January, which were these 2. And I was thinking of doing also like a kind of a recap for January of how many pages, books, blah 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 I read. I already did that just now, you saw, so I'm not gonna do that. So I'll just like glue these. I know it looks a bit empty, but kind of don't care. I have bigger plans for the upcoming months where I don't actually have a plan of how to decorate the monthly spread. So this is all I'm gonna do for this one. I don't personally like it, like I said, but I want it to be over, I want it to be done. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, and we're just gonna move on. This is how I write about each book that I read. In the corner here, you can see which book it was of the year. And at the beginning, I tried to stick to the color scheme that I had for my beginning of the year spreads, but then I realized I should just like match it with the rest of the spread. It just makes sense. So that's why here it's like a weird purple that does not even fit in with this book. And you can see some changes that I do with every book that I review. I do include a synopsis that's like very quick. I try to shorten it as much as I can. I include the page count, the format, when I started reading the book, when I finished, and then the genre, and also my thoughts about the book. And honestly, starting this book journal has made me write more reviews and more in-depth reviews, and I can really appreciate that because like sometimes I forget. I love the habits that I have gotten out of this journal, and I can appreciate that it's definitely kept me more accountable. And so I just have my January reads. I started doing this 3D thing, which it feels kind of old school, but I'm loving it, so I'm just gonna keep on doing that. I didn't like how I did just borders here, and then I didn't like, but honestly this journal is just me exploring and learning things that I like and how I can change them in ways that I like much better. And so let me just glue in the cover. Oh my god. That's so funny. I don't have the marker. I don't know why. It should be the same size. Oh, I made the border too small. That sucks. I could just glue it like this and color the border in. I have the actual marker because it's not with me right now. So I'll just do that. So it's filled in. Do that. Moving on, here I want to write about this book that I read, How to Stay Sane in an Age of Division, and I'll just do the same steps as I did before. You know, as I'm writing this, I'm realizing that it is a self-help book, which falls into the nonfiction category, and I didn't realize that for some reason. So I actually did have another window filled out. I don't know how I didn't realize that. I literally read a nonfiction book. Okay, that's very cool. I'll just color it in green. Okay, there we go. I'll just go back now and fill the rest of this in. Another thing I will say, usually when I read a book and I want to review it, I do write my thoughts about it, but since this is like a self-help, I thought it would be more useful to write any quotes that stood out to me that I highlighted. I think I'll just use the whole of the spread to kind of write out quotes that I liked. Okay, here we go. Just finished this one. It looks a bit different. I don't mind it. It is a bit easier to read the quotes with the borders, even though the borders are kind of messy. But yeah, these were all my books for January. I ended up reading 5. And so we can move on to February, which I have not created yet, but I'll do that quickly. And then I have one last book to fill out for. And that's gonna be it for now. I have this cute theme planned out with little stars. So I just also added a little monthly overview. Essentially what you're seeing here is me tracking days of the month on which I have read something, and I actually tried to implement this just to test out if I would actually track the days that I read, and I created this bookmark in order to do so. So I like have it by hand whenever I open a book, and then I see the bookmark and I'm like excited to color in a little block. And so far I've been doing like quite well in terms of tracking, so I figured I want to like transfer it on to my reading journal. Okay, so this is where I left off. I already filled in some squares. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here, but this is already a good start, I think, compared to last month. And here I can already put in one of my books. I don't know how... The thing with these spreads is that you definitely have to make them at the end of the month, because you never know how many books you'll read. And then, like, if I put it right here and I'm read like one book more, it's gonna like look so hideous. And if I end up like spacing it too close to each other, then who knows, maybe I'll read more. And it's just, I never know, you know, I never know. So I might just like leave it in here until February ends, and then I'm sure of how many books I have yet to paste. But that being said, I still want to do a review for this little cutie, which I enjoyed so much. Alright, so I did finish doing my review for Diary for Aunties, and it looks pretty much similar to how I did my reviews before. Maybe a little bit messy. Ooh, I just realized I have to do the star reviews. Oh my god, I completely forgot about them. The way I do my star reviews is pretty simple. I have a bunch of these stars printed out just because I feel like doing it by hand is not, it doesn't look that good, you know? So I just have printouts of them and then I fill them up until the point which I want to rate the book. Like for example, I didn't print out 3.75 stars because it would be too much of a hassle. I just have the 3-star printout and then I'll color in the rest of the rating, if that makes sense. And you can't even tell that I colored in by hand, so I think it works perfectly fine for me. Oh yes, a 5-star. And then so here is a 5-star. So I'll just quickly glue this one in. I need to just do the border first, but it's okay. Here I have a 3.75, I believe. There we go. And finally, perfect. So here are all of my books that I have read up until as of now, and I'm definitely very close to finishing another book, so I'll just like continue my reviews about the upcoming books like I did before. I think this works very well for me. I like the way it looks, and yeah, while journaling, like right now, I did imagine I could also do like a average rating that month that I have for my books. Maybe I can include something like that. This is just like a little casual journal with me, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I just felt like it would be a good video for me to kind of ease myself into going back to making videos, and I'm very pleased with everything that I created today. It was a bit messy, but I think it's because of the setup, because there's like literally a huge camera stand in front of myself and the journal, so it's like kind of a bit awkward, but regardless, I think everything turned out very nicely. But yeah, I really hope that this was also an enjoyable video for you to watch, and I hope that your spreads turned out the way you wanted them to. And yeah, let me know if you would like more journaling videos. I do really enjoy journaling, so I would love to share my upcoming spreads with you. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye!